Hey there, I'm Frank Mitchell. On this channel, it's all about helping you understand your car and keeping it running the way it should. Whether it's routine maintenance or solving those tricky problems, I've got you covered. If you find this useful, give the video a like, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to watch till the end. You might learn something that saves you time and money. All right, let's get started.
Although the MG ZS and the Dacia Sandero Stepway are not direct rivals, they can be on the same list of a buyer looking for an economical car, since the price is the biggest attraction of these models, but not the only one. The MG ZS is a 4.23-meter-long SUV that hit the market in 2021 and recently received a slight facelift. It is the most affordable model in its category alongside the SsangYong Tivoli and Dacia Duster. Available with two gasoline engines and two 100% electric versions, the MG ZS stands out for its spacious cabin, a large trunk and standard equipment in which nothing is missing, considering what it costs. In addition, it offers a modern design and simple but good-looking finishes. The Dacia Sandero Stepway is a 4.1-meter-long passenger car that since its launch has been a real commercial success. The third generation, which reached the market in late 2020, was a huge leap forward compared to its predecessors in terms of refinement, perceived quality, and equipment is concerned. Available exclusively with gasoline engines, one of the great advantages of the Sandero Stepway, along with the price, is that it offers LPG versions that allow it to sport the DGT's ECO environmental label. Within the Sandero range, the Stepway version is the best-selling among individuals. It has greater ground clearance and certain aesthetic details typical of SUVs, so it will be the version that we will take as a reference for this comparison with the MG SUV. In this comparison of cheap cars, we will analyze the differences of the MG ZS versus Dacia Sandero. Exterior dimensions, trunk capacity, consumption, price, and other variables will help us answer the following question: MG ZS or Dacia Sandero, which one to buy? Exterior dimensions. The MG ZS is 4.32 m long, 1.81 m wide and 1.65 m high. Its wheelbase is 2.58 meters. The Dacia Sandero measures 4.10 m in length, 1.85 m in width and 1.54 m in height. It has a wheelbase of 2.60 meters. The MG ZS is a car significantly larger than the Dacia Sandero in length, plus 22 centimeters, and height, 11.8 centimeters, but not in width, -3 and dot. Angt, 9 cm, and wheelbase, -2.3 centimeters, dimensions that could be an advantage for the Sandero in terms of space available for passengers. We will see it later. As for weight, if we do not take into account the electric versions of the MG, both models move in similar figures around 1,200 kilograms. Measurements: MG ZS Dacia Sandero Stepway length 4.32 meters 4.10 meters width 1.81 meters 1.85 meters height 1.65 meters 1.54 meters distance between axles 2.58 meters 2.60 meters weight 1,231 kilograms 1,152 kilograms 1,209 kilograms minimum trunk 448 liters 328 liters maximum trunk 1166 liters 1,108 liters interior dimensions and roominess. With only differences of 1 and 2 centimeters in width and length, the front seats of the MG ZS and Dacia Sandero are virtually identical. In height there is a little more difference in favor of MG, a fact that may be crucial for taller drivers. In the second row of seats, the differences are again scarce, but always in favor of the MG model, which enjoys more space in length and width. In height, both models offer the same headroom. Being two simple cars, neither of the two has tilt adjustment of the backrests or longitudinal displacement of the bench. Trunk. Now we come to one of the big differences between the MG ZS and the Dacia Sandero, the trunk capacity. At this point, the Chinese model brings out the almost 23 extra centimeters in length to offer 448 liters of cubic capacity, a figure quite good and much higher than the Sandero. With the seats folded, the capacity increases to 1,116 liters. The trunk of the Dacia Sandero covers 328 liters, 120 liters less than the MGZS, and 1,108 liters with the seats folded. The good thing is that in the LPG versions the tank does not detract from luggage space, although it prevents, have a spare wheel. Although smaller, the trunk of the Sandero has side hooks and rings to secure the load, something that cannot boast the MGZS. In terms of dimensions, the MGZS trunk is deeper and taller, but has less width, much less, due, among other things, to the space occupied by the wheel arches. MGZS trunk, UK version, Dacia Sandero Stepway trunk engine and performance. The MGZS is available with two gasoline engines of 106 and 111 horsepower. Although the power figures are similar, the engines are radically different. The 106 horsepower is a naturally aspirated four-cylinder 1.5-liter block that delivers 141 Nm of torque and accelerates from 0 to 100 km/h in 10.9 seconds. The 111 horsepower MGZS is a turbocharged 3-cylinder, 1-liter engine that delivers 160 Nm and completes 0 to 100 km/h in 11.2 seconds. The 111 horsepower MGZS is available with a 6-speed automatic transmission. The MGZS is also available with two 100% electric versions of 156 and 177 horsepower that offer a range of between 320 and 440 kilometers. The Dacia Sandero is available with three gasoline engines, all 3-cylinder and 1-liter displacement. In the access to the range, we find a block atmospheric, without turbo, that develops 65 horsepower and offers very poor performance, with a 0 to 100 km/h in 16.7. In the next step, we have a turbocharged 90 horsepower engine that is available with manual transmission or automatic transmission type CVT. In this case, performance is normal in the manual version, 0 to 100 km/h in 12 seconds, and better in the automatic, 14.2. Crowning the range is the LPG version. It uses the same turbocharged block but offers 10 horsepower more power and, above all, the great advantage of having the ECO label of the DGT. The 0 to 100 km/h is completed in 11.9 seconds. Dacia Sandero engine range 65 horsepower SCE gasoline, C label 90 horsepower TCE gasoline, C label 100 horsepower LPG ECOG, ECO label consumption. The MGZS has an average fuel consumption of 6.6 L/100 km with both the 1.5-liter 106 horsepower engine and the 1.0-liter 111 horsepower engine. With the automatic transmission, which is only available on the 111 horsepower variant, the homologated consumption rises to 7.2 L/100 km. The entry-level version of the Dacia Sandero with 65 horsepower engine has an average fuel consumption of 5.3 L/100 km, a figure that rises to 5.6 L/100 km for the 90 horsepower variant. The top-of-the-line 100 horsepower variant with bifuel operation consumes 4.1 kilograms per 100 kilometers of LPG. As we can see, the consumption of the Dacia Sandero is in any of its versions significantly lower than that of MGZS. At this point, it is worth noting the advantage of LPG in cost per kilometer due to the lower fuel price. Equipment. The MGZS is available with two finishes, comfort and luxury. The standard equipment of the MGZS and its access version to the range is quite complete and we do not miss any of the essentials. It has full LED headlights, rear parking sensors, automatic wipers, electric mirrors and a multimedia system with 10.1-inch screen. And compatibility with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. In terms of safety and driving assistance, the list is practically limited to what is obliged by the UE. In the top-of-the-range luxury finish, the standard equipment is more generous and includes some things that are surprising, if we take into account the price, as heated seats and with electric adjustments for the driver, 360° vision cameras or keyless access and start system. Interior MGZS Interior Dacia Sandero Stepway. The Dacia Sandero Stepway is available in 4 trim levels: Essential, Expression, Extreme and Extreme Go. The standard equipment of the Dacia Sandero Access is somewhat fairer than the MGZS, as it does not have parking sensors, electric mirrors, automatic wipers, or multimedia system, which is replaced by a support for the driver's cell phone to serve as a multimedia system. It does include tinted windows, something that is not available as an option on the MGZS. The list of options is more extensive and allows completing the equipment with, for example, the rear view camera or multimedia system with 8-inch screen. The Stepway version also includes a number of aesthetic additions that significantly increase the vehicle's exterior appeal. The finish immediately above, called Expression, does include as standard the multimedia system and the other elements that were not available mentioned above as parking sensors. This finish also adds the depth adjustment of the steering wheel, something that is not available for any MGZS. Conclusion: the MGZS is a good product, and good proof of this are the sales figures it is registering. However, for all we have seen throughout this comparison between the MGZS and the Dacia Sandero, we would opt for the Romanian model. For 2 main reasons: it is more economical and has an LPG version that allows access to the ECO label. In addition, the price of LPG is significantly lower than that of gasoline, which considerably reduces the cost per kilometer. However, if the priority is the available space, especially in the trunk, the MGZS would be the right choice. In conclusion, both the MGZS and the Dacia Sandero Stepway offer unique advantages that cater to different preferences and needs. The MGZS impresses with its modern design, advanced technology, and spacious interior, making it a strong contender for those seeking comfort and features. On the other hand, the Dacia Sandero Stepway stands out for its affordability, practicality, and rugged appeal, appealing to budget-conscious buyers who value versatility. Ultimately, the choice between these 2 vehicles will depend on individual priorities, whether that be style, technology, or value for money. Thank you for watching, and we hope this comparison has helped you make an informed decision.